Hey everybody, can you hear me? I'm in the dark because it's hotter than heck here, so I might go off camera in a bit. Oh, how you doing, Jen? I didn't
Hey,
even put
Liane,
you
I'm
up.
good, girl. I'm good.
How was your visit?
It was a lot of fun. We
Yeah,
had a lot of fun. We stayed up way too late. We just, kicked it with the parents.
nice.
Whew. Yeah, they have their
Already,
little, they have their little dive in Gallatin. It's like it's a big, fancy neighborhood, and
okay.
they, it's what like it's in their neighborhood basically. They've got well, they've got a big clubhouse, but it's being renovated. We had a
Yeah,
blast. We had a blast. Had fun with their friends. All the golfers were there. Then they all left, and then began the birthday party. We had so much fun. We stayed
oh,
up too late, so I've been drained today.
yeah. You gotta have
Drained.
days like that. That's
Yeah,
good.
it was
That's why I
great.
was late today. I was gonna go to the beach after I Kitty's calling me. I'm like having a drink with my neighbor out back, Dan. I was gonna go to the beach after I did 2 videos, and I was like, I'm just gonna invite him for a Caesar out back. So I did. So we chatted, and like it's 6:20, and I'm like, oh my God, I haven't eaten, I haven't showered, I've had like 10 ounces of vodka at least. I need to get ready for my live. So he gave me butter
I
and
know you
butter
had
and
fun
chicken.
though. I know you had fun.
I did. Sorry. So that's why I'm late. So I kind of feel like you. We're not going to be all that with it today. A little midlife fun.
We're still with these babies though.
Yes, we are. So
Camera.
let's say hi to everybody. How's everybody doing? It's hot here too. Is it hot for you, Kitty?
Yes.
So yeah, I don't know what is going on. I couldn't get my earbud. Like I have one earbud from the other set, and that's when it wasn't working. So I went and bought a brand new set, and it wouldn't connect last night or the last live tonight. And I did a whole reading, and you guys were like, "There's no sound." So yeah. Anyway, let's say hi to everybody. How's everybody doing? Hello, the all me too.
The real me too,
Oh, the
Karen.
real me too. Yes, I should read that right, eh?
I'm so glad she's come in. Hey, girl.
Nice to see you. Catherine B. Margie, hello. Beverly, hello. Thanks for doing the YouTubey things, everybody. YouTuber. Donna, Miss Wonderful Donna. Welcome in, sweetie. How's everybody's day? How's everybody's day? Welcome in, Deborah. How's everybody's day? Did you have a nap, Jen?
We
Gigi?
did. We did. We drove a diesel truck 2 hours away, and we don't have air on the truck because we had to take a big ladder because we did maintenance, or he did
Yeah,
maintenance. And we didn't. He did this morning on
yeah.
some of the things, but at the parents' house. But yeah, it was 2 hour drive back home. It was much more pleasant today, but still, I was just drained, and we laid down for about an hour. Yep.
That's why I'm sitting
I
in the
never,
dark right now because I don't have
never
AC.
take naps, y'all, but I was drained. I could
Yeah.
not kick it with my own mom and dad.
Well, but the heat on top of it, it's exhausting when you're not used to it, right? Hey, Jeff.
Yeah,
Hey, Kitty. Yeah, it's exhausting, you know?
yeah, yeah. There's Jeff.
Yeah.
Good.
Hey, how are you?
How are you?
I'm good. Nice to meet you, YouTuber. Welcome. Thank you for gifting a membership. Ooh, we got two thanks. So whoever gets that, thank her, please. And that's YouTube that gives those out. I'm not in control of that. Jen, do you want to update everybody with what and I were just talking about? Do you want me to bring it up about the Alaska?
About the Texas Roadhouse or what?
Well, both the Alaska, and so it was pinned on my page. The lead
well,
that went.
I'm going to work on the new map that I've created for Sebastian. I'm going to work on it some more tonight after the live. I'll work on it in the morning, and then tomorrow, maybe around noon, she and I will probably do a live about that on my channel. We'll probably start talking about the new Texas Roadhouse map because it's different. Obviously it's going to be different because we are starting, I'm starting a new point.
I'm excited to see it.
Yeah. And so you have to think, okay, this is not going to be in the middle of the night. We're playing the tape through with a new map. But it's interesting because some of the addresses of the families, like Michael Proudfoot, Melissa, Seth, Kathy, I want to see more stuff going over their home. I want to see what's going on over their home. There should be behavior that's going over their home when Sebastian goes missing, right? And with the Texas Roadhouse, leaving from the Texas Roadhouse, we have an exact time that he left, that he actually pulled out and leaves. And so that is really the last time that anyone saw Sebastian for real, other than a Ring camera and the mom's statement, So, Seth has been asking me to do a new map, and I've started the new map. And we are, we're going to be talking about that tomorrow, probably around noon. We haven't, decided exactly, but there are reasons to believe that, Katie didn't off her son, that she actually sent him away, did her own, they just took control and then decided that they were just going to tell Seth, hey, he's missing. They didn't think that it would blow up like it did. And here we are. And we know that the money, there's money in the Proudfoots with the Bowersox as well. So, we're looking in Alaska, we're looking in Puerto Rico, we're looking in other places from now the Texas Roadhouse. But it's kind of mind blowing to see the different lines that are now telling a story over Seth's home, over Michael Proudfoot's home, over Melissa's home, and coming over Stafford Court where they live,
Right. So I'll be there with you tomorrow. So look for that on Jen's channel. If one of the mods can please post, and give a thanks to all the mods. Jen's channel, Astrology for Mystics. Our names aren't up. What the hell's going on? So weird. Normally our names are up.
I know. I wonder why mine's not up.
None of them is up.
Mine usually is.
Mine too. Well, mine isn't either. It's probably a StreamYard thing. Yeah. I just noticed it now.
Yeah.
Not surprised.
Yeah, we are Sebastian. Even though, I know that a lot of people are like, YouTubers can't solve crimes, whatever, but we do things different. We're investigating a whole different way, and we're looking at all the angles. We're talking about all the possibilities. And I think that is, and we're working together instead of against one another. And I think that when we do work together for a common cause, great things can happen. We can 100%. Really surprise ourselves as well, to see the things that we can come up with together when we work together.
Absolutely. Well, and speaking of that, just even somebody posted I can't remember their handle name on the video I did on Alaska, right? The live about a sighting, and I was able to text you. You were able to text Seth, and we were able to validate that sighting was already looked into and it wasn't valid. Right. And so that even that network alone, because otherwise I can be up here saying things, saying, hey, somebody saw it, like, And then just in, I mean, what's that telephone thing that where the experiment, you know, we stand in a
Yeah,
circle, 10 people, and you start with
right.
a story, and by the time it gets to the 10th person,
It's
innocently, it's a completely different story.
right,
And
right. So
that's
yeah,
what
I had text
happens
the
on
real
true
me too.
crime.
I had
You,
text the real me too because Bullhorn Betty, the real me too, they have come to Tennessee. We're locals here. They
yeah,
have come to Tennessee time and time again, and we have gotten to be, kind of like a family. When they
yeah.
come, we eat together, we laugh together,
Hmm. Hmm.
cry together, get locked up, hopefully not together. But I mean, we've definitely been through it, looking
Yeah,
for Sebastian.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
had text the real me too. She texted Bullhorn Betty. I had also, was asking Seth, hey, can you talk to Bullhorn Betty? And she says no, it's a no go. It's there, that lead is a dead end. So I
Okay.
believe her. Yeah.
The other thing about true crime, totally off topic, but I just want to say it since it's a topic that I think creates an awful lot of confusion. And this is really more for the viewers, is to look at the timestamp.
Yeah.
Because, especially in true crime, as things evolve, when people were coming in the chat the other day, well, when was this interview? Now you've got people thinking there's a new pair of glasses found when you come in mid live. So that's why I added, because I realized, oh, people are going to think this is like a new video.
Right.
Excuse me.
Right. Right.
Excuse me. And I get that a lot in true crime, where people think something I post is the newest video, and that's like 2 months old. But if we don't
Yeah.
look at the timestamps, it's so confusing. So there's a little bit, I think, of that too, but that's an off topic. But it's just important in true crime.
I think so
I
too.
mean,
It is important to just go ahead and squash it.
yeah, like let's not exasperate the problem, you
Mhm.
know?
Yep.
Okay, everybody.
And before we get into Sebastian, are you wanting to talk about Jaden?
Yeah,
That kid is
yeah.
crazy.
I just want to talk first before Jaden, because I'm going to do a Jack and Lily too. That video, sorry, the one I did that had no sound, I'm going to have to redo it. But I did,
Oh, and
instead of
Liane,
going to,
before I forget, sorry to interrupt. Before I forget, please remind me to talk about the transits and what's going on today.
okay, well, let's do that
Before I forget.
before. Yeah, so let me talk about this. We'll talk about the
Yeah.
transits before Jaden. So
Okay.
I said to you, I did my videos. I'm going to go to the beach. It's hotter than heck today. And instead, I just decided to reach out to my neighbor, Dan, and make a couple of Caesars, like I said. So we wrote back. Well, guess who? What are the odds? The guy's a psychic,
Wow.
medium. So I showed him a picture of Jack and Lily, and it blew me away, because I'm sure it was you that said it, but maybe I'm wrong. We'll have to go through when we see the charts. But I started to think, I wonder if they were buried separately. And the first thing he said is they're in two separate locations. All he said was a picture of them. Jack was beaten. She was sexually abused. Daniel's a murderer. Described where Jack is, closer to the house. Lily was a witness and ran. They caught up to her and disposed of her later. And drugs in the whole
And
bit.
this is
That's what
what
he
Dan,
had.
the neighbor, who has been dying to feed you, this is your common thread now. So it definitely happened when it was supposed to, right? This was a good meeting then.
So so now I want to explore, because
Yeah.
are they in separate locations? So we'll talk about that next time we pull up the chart. Could it be, is it an option?
Yeah.
Because I was already thinking about it,
Yeah.
because I'm being drawn east towards the Laird cemetery, but the evidence is going the opposite way. And I'm just wondering if there's two locations.
Yeah.
So, anyways, it's worth looking at. But what are
Yeah.
the what are the chances? I'm like, we just start talking.
Yeah.
What are the chances? I'm like, well, he's like, what do you do for a living? I'm like, well, I'm kind of a wackadoodle, I do YouTube and, like, psychic medium. And he goes, so am I, Liane. Chances were like, cheers, okay.
Yeah. Cheers. Hell yeah. Oh, Dan, y'all got more in common than you thought. Mr. Engineer.
Yeah, yeah. Anyways, and he knows about the transmitters and might look at the audio. Like he knows.
That's good. That's
he's
good. You got
like
a good one right there that could help you.
he's like
This evidence.
jammers and encryptors. Is that that's really hard to work with.
Wow.
He used to run radio and high tech businesses, and yeah. So anyway,
that's cool.
Okay, so you want to talk about the transits, and we're going to pull up Jaden's chart.
I do want to talk about the transits. I'm sure that I can't show my screen, but I'm going to turn my thing off, and I want to look at him. I want to tell you guys that there is Sebastian. His values, the values for the second house, outer wheel, is in Sagittarius. Okay. It has a degree, and that degree is a 2706. Chiron is in transit right now with the 2706. And it has been coming over and back over and going in retrograde, going in, moving forward over the same degree over and over and over. And right now, Chiron is in retrograde. So it's going to go retrograde. Then it's going to come back over the same degree again. But this second house is also, that second house outer wheel is also the 8th. This means it's about his values with what is hidden. And Chiron is about the communications with that second house. And that second house is, y'all, the second house for Sebastian, his values go to his dad. His dad's values are his values. And that is where he is in pain. He is wounded with the communications right now. I do believe that this has to do with the Texas Roadhouse, leaving from the Texas Roadhouse, the things that are hidden with the investigation. All day today, there is a transformation of health with Kathy Bowersox. She's the one that went to Alaska. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it is really aligning for me, the fact that there is a pain that Sebastian has with not being able to communicate where he's at. And the transformation, the collective transformation with health is holding a same degree that Kathy Bowersox has in her chart, no matter what time she's born. Now, the other thing is we have gone through a full moon, right? We are gone through a full moon. That is where the moon in Aquarius is opposing the sun in Leo. What is Leo? Leo's children, Leo's education, it's school, it's education.
It's also, and it's also shining a light and seeing the truth.
Yeah, school is about to start, or it has started. And so this full moon is opposing groups, school, education, things of that nature, right? And there is a divine justice that is coming over Terry Bowersox. And let me just say that all day today, Canada was in transit. So I'm bouncing, right? I'm talking about Sebastian's case, but I'm also talking about Jack and Lily's. Yep. And we could even explore options for Sebastian in Canada, because he definitely connects to Canada as well as Alaska. So
anywhere in Canada, just tell me and I'll jump in my car.
Oh yeah, we could be looking at that at some point. But Zeus is at a 2407. That is the wisdom that Canada has, and that can definitely be about the Trump and Vladimir coming to Canada or going to Alaska or something like that. I don't know, but because I haven't looked at the news.
Well, I was wondering about that too when I saw Trump going to Alaska. I was like, isn't Trump in Sebastian's chart? I feel like that's interesting timing.
The lunar nodes of fate right now are transforming with Chris Proudfoot today. The physician Apollo in Scorpio, this physician is all over, all day, all night, over little Faith. And so I'm not sure if Faith is going home today, if she has started school today, what is going on with them today, but there is a lot that I see in the charts with them today. Okay.
Yeah.
All day. And it's collective. Some of these are a collective energy, so they're going to be all night. And then
Well,
by
I
the
feel like there might
11th,
be a
12th,
oh
no, let's see. No. It'll be 11th. Yeah. By August 11th.
yeah.
So the 11th or the 14th, it looks like there's going to be there's a lot of things going on in Canada. How about that? It's big. Over the next 4 days, it's big for Canada. So I just wanted to get that out because it's kind of, for an astrologer like myself, it's big.
Well, I do feel if I am starting to wonder if there's a break in the case. I just picking that energy up just in the communications with the RCMP that I've shared with you. I'm
Yeah.
not I just like I almost did a reading. Is there a break? Like I'm just energetically picking up there might be something about to go down. So we're gonna have to see. We'll look at that when we cover them next,
Okay.
But yeah, but that's yeah. I hear what you're saying. So you think there might be a real connection with this residential school potential too in Alaska or
I
wherever.
think there could be. Yeah, I do. I think that there could be. I mean, we're going to explore it. That's for sure.
Yeah,
So you've got Jaden's map up.
yeah. Okay, you tell me what to do.
Well, so what I'm thinking that's very interesting is that his mother and father or stepfather has records, right? They don't have a good history. They're not the most stand-up parents. I do have 12 hot spots, and they're likely going to change. Some of them I may take off. Some of them I may move. But for right now, I've got 12. And what I'm thinking is really not good. Because if you go over the landfill that is going south, it's the first marker on this going south right there. Yeah, there's a transfer station right there. And if you look at that line,
hmm
that's Kentucky's line. That blue line is Kentucky. And if you'll click on the blue line, the blue line for Kentucky that's going over the landfill, what they learn on this line with government workers, justice, challenges the moon, mom, and Aries, a possible abuse line. So what this is, and if you want to scroll on in, you're going to see that it goes right over this transfer station.
Oh, geez.
It really does. It goes right over it. And this concerns me because at the time that he goes missing, look, they start school, right? Did he go missing before?
hmm I think he went missing, and they covered it up for a bit. Yep.
School is about to start,
Yep.
and they're going to be questioned. They have kids together. Him and this Josh Gross, they have kids together.
I didn't know that.
But this one is gone. This one is hers with another man, and he's gone. And he's known to be. Other people are saying, rumors, but other people are saying that he is not the nicest person.
Yeah.
So
No.
this is worrisome because, and I don't know if you zoom on in, I don't know if that road, where the green line, the missing line is also there. Click on that green line. Missing Mars and Libra. So check this out. Libra is justice. Okay. The Mars in Libra, Mars is in its detriment in Libra. Mars likes to be in Aries. Okay. Mars is in its opposite sign in Libra. And it's opposing Saturn and Neptune. Is this a Saturn? Yes, it is. Would this be considered Libra? Yes, because it's government. It's government. It's a government worker here with the trash. This is really concerning me, y'all. This really concerns me. And I'm not sure if they have searched here yet. I really hope that they get out of their head and get out of the woods and search the landfill, I don't know where this landfill actually goes. This is a transfer station, so I'm not sure, and I'm also not sure if this road that's right in front of the transfer station, there's another road and it goes on back, and that's where the missing Mars in Libra goes. And Mars opposing Saturn and Neptune is a big deal. I think that's a big deal. So, That
I
this
think
is
he's
worse. It's
deceased,
worse.
and yeah, he's deceased, and I think they covered it up, and yeah,
The
for
other thing
sure.
that concerns me is there's a lot of SOs around here. So I've marked the SOs and I've marked
No.
the hot spots around the SOs. And guess what? One of them's last name is Gross. And guess
Mm.
what? They have a family Gross cemetery.
Oh God. So who are her family members?
Yeah, and that family member, if you want to look at him, so I've got the Gross cemetery. I can't find it because there's no address. Um, but if you
You,
zoom out a little bit, that offender is going to be going west. And that blue line that's going west right there with Kentucky, it goes all the way out to his house. You're just going to, yeah, right there. Right there. His last name is Gross. Brandon Gross. I don't know if he's a family member of Josh's or not. I couldn't find a link. I could not find a link with them being family. But look, Jackson, Kentucky has a lot of Gross with the
mm-hmm.
last name Gross, and they have a family cemetery. And that family cemetery is going to go if you go south from there, if you go down and then over, yep, there it is. No,
Yeah,
let's
I know.
see.
Sorry. No, no, no.
Which one is
My,
it?
this one, I think.
So go south of Brandon. That's where the Gross Cemetery is.
This one?
No, that's another SO. And that's, these Kentucky lines. You can tell and see what I'm seeing, y'all. No, we must keep going. I don't know. Oh, it may be the other one going south right there. Yep, there it is. So there is a family cemetery. So the Grosses are that there's a lot of them there. They've got a
Is it?
whole road, a whole
It could
cemetery.
be a completely different gross lineage, but I know what you're
Well,
saying.
no, this family cemetery is his grandfather. No, this is Josh, the
Oh, no
stepdad of
way.
Jaden's. That is definitely their family cemetery.
Oh
That is no
God.
doubt.
So
That
like,
is definitely a connection. His grandfather is Clay, and he's got an obituary. That's where I found it.
no
It's
way.
got
So they,
Alicia's name in the obituary. It's got Josh's name in the obituary. That is his family right there. And you
so
can
if you
click on
have
that
a,
line too with Kentucky. Kentucky's moon in Aries in the first house opposes Selena in Libra, seventh house of relationships. So what they learn on this line with the government workers, justice, challenges the moon, the mom in Aries, possible abuse line. So look, I want you to notice that the transfer station
mhm.
and the cemetery are on the same line.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No, this is Grove Cemetery in Jackson, Kentucky. All of these addresses are in Jackson.
We're just talking about Jaden
Yeah, we're about to go to
Spicer.
Sebastian right now.
Yeah,
We're talking about Jaden.
yeah. For now, and we're gonna move to Sebastian in about 2 minutes. So
But we thought that this map was compelling enough to really talk, give it a little bit of, chatter because it is compelling.
well, we're gonna start following. Oh, well, at least I know I'm gonna follow this case, and you had already decided to follow it separately. We hadn't even talked about it. It was kind of funny. So I think it's a case that we should follow.
Yeah. And there's quite a
Um,
few. These offenders are they're bad.
that's
They're bad.
horrible.
Yeah. And I just don't know, if they
Whew.
are, yeah. Yeah. So just have to wait and
No
see
good.
because they keep looking in the woods for this boy who, while he's not going to leave in the middle of the night. He's just a kid. It's a hilly terrain. It's very, very dark. Tons of animals out. He's going to be way too scared to be walking around, and nobody that has cameras around there has seen that boy. He did not leave from that house.
Well, and doesn't he have like a sight impairment? So why? And he didn't like the dark or something. So he's not gonna.
This boy
Yeah,
didn't leave. They've done something to him.
yeah,
That's my opinion, and I'm
yeah,
sticking
I
to it
agree.
until. And I'll
I
say I'm
agree.
sorry if it's not true. If he's found
Yeah,
somewhere else and the mom's not guilty, I mean, I'm going to be like, I'm so sorry. But for right
I
now, my opinion is they are
yeah.
guilty as hell.
Well, I did a reading, and it's definitely,
It's just not
yeah,
good. He
yeah,
does look like Sebastian. There's
yeah.
just, I mean, there are
Again,
different, different. He. The case just makes me cringe. I don't think that Katie unalived her son, but I do think that she knows where he's at, and I definitely
yeah,
think that Chris and his family do. They're a whole team.
100%, 100%. So let's go up. So if I pull up Sebastian's chart, will some of these addresses be on, or I don't mind going back like I was doing. It's just a little clunky, everybody. So my apologies to go back and forth through the chat and what came up and researching some of these houses. I don't know. Did you get some of these possible locations on the map first, Jen? Or
I think I did. Yeah, I think I
okay,
did. If you want to,
okay.
you want me to go in there first and look
Well,
on the
I
map
pulled it
first.
up.
We're
Yeah,
showing the map from his house. So this is the map from his house, and tomorrow we'll show the same address and or location area. We're going to show the
yeah,
same area with him leaving from the roadhouse.
yeah. I'm
So
excited to.
let me put them in there. Yeah, let me put them, and then I'll
Okay,
save it, and you should be, and
I'll just
then
refresh
it
or
should hit
back
on.
out and go back. Thank you, Shauna. And you know
Okay,
what?
yeah,
I
I
have to
did.
say, okay. I have to say, I think, Jen probably works harder. As far as the charts go, like for me to meditate, I got to meditate and all that stuff, like the preparation. But I think the charts take quite a bit more time. But than for Jen, like I think that's more time consuming. So yes, it's a lot, but we do it
It's
because
a
we
full
like
time
it.
job. Ask Jeff. I
It
work
is.
on the. I may do it
Yeah,
for 12 whole hours, and it does take a lot
yeah,
out of me.
yeah.
It
This is
really does.
Sebastian's map.
But I mean,
Yeah,
it's what you got to do to try
yeah,
to find, whether it's a missing kid or a missing fugitive. It's just what
yeah,
we got to do. So
yeah.
I'm going to
And
turn. I'll let you turn on the different.
let me just.
Do you want me to turn on? Let me turn on the missing. Let's see. Hold on.
No, I can do it. I was just adding the banner because Krista just gave me a good idea. So for anybody coming in not knowing, I thought maybe I should label the map. So I just added that, and then I can go in if you want. It's
I've
such
got
a
the
big.
I got the law enforcement on, and when you pull it up, it should be right there at Alaska.
I'm just going to
But
close
I'm
the.
gonna. I think what I'm gonna do. Hold on. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna hide that one.
Yeah, I'm not touching a thing.
There's one that I'm gonna hide. There's an associate. There's an associate's address that I'm gonna hide, but those schools and stuff. Okay, now let me save it again. So the new
Thank you,
map.
Shauna. Yeah,
Okay, you should be able to pull it up now with the refresh it now.
gonna zoom out. But that's okay.
If you refresh it,
Yeah.
it's going to take you right to where my new work is. So
Okay,
refresh it.
I just did. Didn't work.
There you go. Now it is. There you go. Now go back in. Okay, yeah, you're fine right there.
Okay.
Because Juneau is down. So if you go back down to Juneau, Alaska, then you can, go back down to Juneau, where
Yep.
Juneau is, right there on the TBI line.
Yep.
And will you click that TBI line to see what Juneau is? See if that's their midheaven degree. I mean, if that's the yellow line at Juneau. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Oh, no. Hold on. What happened, Liane?
I don't know what's going on.
Can you
Can you
zoom
not?
in? You know? Oh, I see. I see. I see. I see. Okay. So the Chiron, the TBI, the Chiron in Taurus, Taurus
Yeah.
is about money. Taurus is about money. Taurus is about land. But more so, if I were to look for a body, a Taurus is just going to be out in a field. Okay. But what is the opposition of Taurus? That's Scorpio. So if I'm looking for a body in Scorpio, I want it to. It's probably more or less going to be contained in something or in a pond. You know, it's going to be murky. You can't quite see it. But this is where the TBI meets their midheaven.
Right.
This is where the midheaven. This is a fate with the TBI in Aquarius with groups, and it goes to Juno. So if you want to, and this is also going to be on the same line leaving from the Texas Roadhouse.
What? This
Yeah.
is the address from the residential school. Oh
Yep.
my
Yeah.
God.
Yes. So this address right here, there is a school right here. It's a behavioral school.
I know, but like I got the chat. I was one of the ones I gave you. It was just
Yeah.
I'm trying to pick
And
up
then
the right
ones
one.
up
Let me
north,
zoom in.
going up north, yeah.
Okay, hang on. So 350. Oh my God.
He in Tennessee have a 350 too. That I was like, what? They have a 350
Okay.
in their chart. So yeah, if you keep going up northwest, you'll see that there is.
Anchorage. Well, this is the other one.
Yeah.
I just about pooped my pants. Did you watch the live last night? I'm just randomly showing everybody. Like I sat up late to watch to type into Chat GTP just to research. I didn't click on the link. So as we're doing the live, I'm looking with everybody at the homes, and then I see Wasilla, and I was like, "Oh my God!" I remember Jen talking about his line going right through there. It was like, "Wow, what the
For
hell?"
real. Dude, so click those two lines. What are those? So that's okay. So that Eric and Secret Service. So Eric and Secret Service are here. So Eric Craddock gets a wake-up call in the future about groups and investigation. The Secret Service has a lot of weight here, a lot of issues with video, with the Sixth House of Health, with their work. So the Secret Service is having a lot of problems here finding any evidence.
So he's okay.
Yep.
Shoot. Okay.
So the other map tomorrow, when we go over the other map, we'll look at these same addresses to see what it's going to say.
No, oh my God. It just like the suspense is killing
look, they have
me.
the LIC. Look, Terry Bowersox Jr., Daniel Bowersox, they both have, I don't know if they actually have their pilot's license, but they do have an LIC. So, and Mr. Bowersox does have, they've got a lot of connections, they've got a lot of connections. And the motor coach company that he has with buses, there's we've got a truck driver in the family, Michael Proudfoot. So, we're looking for Sebastian in all kinds of places. We're not dead set on this place, but it's very interesting because we know that Kathy went here.
Yes.
She wasn't really concerned. I wish Seth could have videotaped and, we could hear everything that they were saying the day that Sebastian went missing and how they were just not even, it was like living in the damn Twilight Zone. They're talking about jewelry. They're talking about this. We know that she went to Alaska and Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Right after he went missing.
Yeah. Well, so yeah, I'm anxious to see what Puerto Rico shows. But there's something. I mean, I'm not obviously a law enforcement person, but for the little thing I do know about investigation, I think I've heard, in interviews on Duty Raw or whatever, it's like keep it simple. Like it's like usually the most obvious, simplest theory is what's the one that you should be looking at. The most
Exactly.
obvious.
Yeah.
And
Exactly. The
and
real Me Too. When he went missing, they're talking about jewelry. They're talking about things that they shouldn't have been talking about. Who
yeah,
in the hell is going to talk about jewelry?
yeah,
Kathy, that's who. Somebody who don't give a shit. I
yeah.
mean, that's obvious. That's evident to me. That's just evidence of behavior.
Well, and the thing is, they admitted to researching it before he disappeared, right? So they were
Hmm.
already admittedly looking into this as a solution. I think, like you, I'm starting to really wonder, did they just say, F it, Seth's not going to agree, we're going to do it fucking anyways? And like you said, either we have people in high up places or it's never going to get out big enough that we don't really have to be at risk. And they just didn't know what YouTube was going to do and TikTok and the rest of it. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it was
It
very
seems
disrespectful. Yeah, very disrespectful.
it just seems like the simplest theory, as crazy as it is, and something maybe went wrong, like something went a little bit awry maybe, but anyway. Okay, let's look. So nothing really through the Anchorage ones, eh?
Yeah,
Or
not
this
really. But we're gonna see what shows up tomorrow on the other map because I'm gonna have to start comparing now that I've created, that I'm creating too. I'm gonna have to start comparing. And some of the go zoom on in if you want to, and you can look at that with Eric. Look at that, girl. So it's challenging his wisdom in Libra. The challenge for him is wisdom in Libra. What is wisdom in Libra? It's about the justice. It
mm-hmm,
could be about a government
mm-hmm,
worker, a government facility,
mm-hmm.
So I mean, Seth is just I imagine that Seth is, if he was in the chat, he could tell you how he's doing, but I can tell you, you know, just think about it. I mean, he is messed up from the flow up. He still has no
Yeah,
sun. His truck is still not running. He is still having if it's not one thing, it's another. And he's
I
doing
know.
everything that he can to not wear orange, to not, just, he is struggling bad. He's struggling
Yeah,
bad, y'all. And these people aren't. Their life has gone on. They're playing house, and Seth's
yeah.
life has not gone on.
Well,
He is
that's why
struggling.
we need to get Sebastian and get him home. And I'm starting to feel it's more hopeful now. I do.
Yeah,
Because
these behavioral places, these places, y'all,
yeah,
some of them, I mean, he looked at the reviews and they were so bad. Some of them shouldn't even be open. They're so bad. They're like jail. They're not good. It's
well, some of
just,
them are worse than that. When we went on well, not worse than that, but in the sense that they're not as regulated. That's what blew me away. We went online and we're looking at some of these online at their pictures, and I'm like, they're private homes. They're like off campus, run in someone's private home. Like they're not regulated like institutions. Like I was blown away. Like that makes a lot more sense to me now. That's easily somebody can be paid to hide a child like that. That
right.
is crazy.
He went back to work. Look, he went back to work, got a concussion. He could have a brain injury for all we know. And the problems with his truck, I cannot say that there wasn't anything put in his gas tank. I I can't say that there was or there wasn't, but me and Jeff thoroughly believe that something was put in his gas tank that messed his fuel pump up. We
I
really do.
believe it.
I believe that it took place when we went to that first court date with Seth, and I don't know the real Me Too. I'm trying to think I don't think that you came with Betty that time, but we all parked in the parking garage. We were in Hendersonville. So see, we were in their neck of the woods. we had to go to Sumner County. And we all parked in the parking garage. And of course, everybody knows what Seth's truck looks like. They were all there. All the haters were there. So I can't say that, all the crazy stuff that's gone on with this case, that they didn't do something to his truck.
Yes, Ren, I do. I do think they would. What do you think, Jen?
I think that they would.
I think that there's a good possibility that's exactly what they're doing.
Follow the money, follow the money, honey. And that's where I think that the law enforcement, the Secret Service, the U.S. Marshals, I think that is where, Homeland Security, that's where we need to follow the money. We need the electronics, the devices from, Kathy and her husband and, some of the extended family. Even, Seth said, hey, if they haven't checked my friends and my family's devices and stuff, they've already failed Sebastian.
Exactly.
If they haven't done them, then I know that they haven't done his family, her family. They have a lot of family in Virginia.
Yeah. Well, I
think that Sebastian would call Seth if he could. So that's another thing to think about is what kind of school. Wait, you was at a court case, Jen, I was for Betty, for Bullhorn Betty. They've been taking her to court because they were scared of little 5'1" Bullhorn Betty. That's the dumbest shit I've ever seen, man. I mean,
I am short too. I'm like probably about as tall as Betty. Listen,
she's
like
a little video thing, and you got big O, Katie and CP, Cruella, and all them, and the sister, and they're not scared of Bullhorn Betty. You know what they're scared of? Her coming up there with her bullhorn in front of their house.
Exactly.
They're scared of.
And
then
Nicole,
they teamed up with Texana, and she's been doing nothing but causing problems for Seth, trying to send him stuff, trying to do this, trying to do that, taking him to court. I mean, she's a whole other, just, oh my God.
No, I know. Nicole, I think you're talking about CJ, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, his truck got messed up.
Yeah.
Sure did.
And Ran, just to go back to Ran, you have to remember what was going on at the time. There was the CPS investigations. There was a custody hearing with Faith. There was, a lot at stake, I would think, for Chris Proudfoot, who's, doesn't seem have been all that fond of Sebastian. So I would not be surprised at all if they were paying.
I mean, Sebastian's natal chart is clear to me that the communications with his sister and any type of, those communications with his sister is where he had a lot of problems. Oh, I'm sure they are. I'm sure they're trying to get it extended. They're so scared that she's going to come in front of their house with a bullhorn. But you know what? Anybody can go in front of their house with a bullhorn. Well, there's a whole army looking for Sebastian. So, what are they going to do?
You think they're all that expensive, Donna?
What does that have to do with Sebastian, though? What do you mean? What does that have to do with Sebastian? Bullhorn Betty? I don't understand the question, Jensen. Sexy Ackles. I'm not sure what you mean. What does that have to do with Sebastian?
We were talking about the people that don't want him found and the people that might have allegedly, in my opinion, sent him away and at what they would be willing to do to protect their lives. So that's what it has to do with Bullhorn Betty. That's the topic we're discussing. At what lengths would they have gone to keep, Faith and Chris Proudfoot and that whole situation under wraps? And maybe it wasn't a plan that was initially supposed to be, this lengthy. I don't know. We don't really know the facts. And the
other thing too, is we don't know. Look, what I would love to know is from Chris and Katie is this. Was this type of weekend outing a norm for them? Was it normal for Chris to not be home and her to be sending him pictures of what he was eating? Is that normal? Is it normal
Hmm.
for them to be going to, you know, strike and spare, going out to eat? Is that normal? Was that a normal weekend for them? Or is this, something that they were
Mm.
doing
Well, I did a
before?
reading on the
Yeah.
Texas Roadhouse, and I watched that Texas Roadhouse video probably 50 times, and I can tell you that I feel energetically that Sebastian was sad and he was being told exactly the plan, and he didn't like it. That's my gut feeling of what went down.
Right. And Jensen, I went because I told them that I would go there for support because I live here. I
Yeah,
live here. I'm born and
yeah.
raised in Tennessee. I'm born and
Well,
raised
she
here.
went to support Betty, not him.
Yeah, I definitely went there to support Betty and Seth. I mean, Seth was there, Betty was there. I went
Yeah,
there to support them.
yeah. So, I
And
mean, this whole,
if it was the turn, if the tables was turned, I would hope that somebody would come and support me too, because
well,
I
yeah.
sold real estate in Gallatin and Hendersonville for years, and I have a lot of people that I know that are in and around there, and working on this case like I have since day one. I'm invested. I'm
Yeah.
heavily invested, and I wanted to see what was going to be
Listen,
going down. And I'm glad that I did go, because you know what? Y'all wouldn't know some of the things that they wouldn't have validation, because we are able to clarify, yes, this is the behavior. We
mhm,
did see Texana come into that courtroom and hand CP a file. Why is she even there? She's in Texas. Why was
yeah, I
she
know.
coming from Texas to support Chris? I can understand me, you know?
Yeah. Well, I get, no, I know.
I never did any
So,
deals with Kathy. No, I didn't do any deals with Kathy. I don't. Um, I was working as an assistant, and then I became full time in real estate. But I do know and have met Danny Guy, because he was building homes where I was selling
mhm,
at Fairview Plantation. So yeah, I mean, I definitely know and have met Danny, and I personally don't think that Danny and his family, I think that Danny and his family would never do anything to harm
mhm,
Sebastian. I don't think that Danny would know where Sebastian is. Could I be wrong? Sure. Sure.
mhm,
But I don't know,
mhm.
Kathy. I didn't, and if I did do any deals with her, I think I would remember her face.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, I doubt he's in a wilderness program, but yeah, I mean, I have no idea, Donna, and it's something to consider, when we start researching these. I don't know if we want to go to some of them now that are on this map, or if we want
A
to wait till
wilderness
text.
therapy, maybe that would be, something to where he couldn't call Seth. You
Hmm.
know, I don't know if they're able to have phones, if they're able to call home. I don't
Hmm.
know anything about it. I really don't. I mean, we're just thinking outside the box, like everybody else. We're just trying to understand where we could find Sebastian.
Hmm.
Definitely, I've been looking in Virginia. I've been looking in different places. So,
Hmm. Yeah. So,
I waste
anyways,
my
again,
time. Well, I mean, I didn't waste my time. I found out things that I'm telling you about that are pertinent to this case.
yeah, I don't think it's a waste of time. And I was
No,
going
I
to say,
definitely didn't
listen,
waste my time.
I would have gone, I think, as a YouTuber, and freedom of speech, just that alone was at stake.
Hmm.
So, I mean, hey, we're all entitled to our opinion.
Yeah,
Um,
Jensen, you're entitled. I mean, he says, or she says respectfully, but yeah, I mean, the stupid BS court hearings, you could see it as a waste of time. I didn't. I don't think that I wasted my time, because I saw a lot of things that helped me understand that these people their behavior is suspect, more than suspect, in that courtroom. when you see that, when you see CP kneeling down and talking to Texana and the judge getting on to him, getting on to her, taking her phone, that's not a waste of my time, because I'm able to be boots on the ground, looking for Sebastian, done that. That wasn't a waste of time. So I'm invested. I've been heavily invested, emotionally invested. I don't go to every court hearing. What did I find out?
Okay, so sorry to interrupt you. Just want to.
I told you what I found. Respectfully, I'm telling you what I found out. That they're suspect. I found out that him and Texana have a relationship. And she is out to get Seth, Sebastian's father, respectfully.
The other thing I want to talk about, like, just because Donna, no offense to Donna, thinks that some of these might be $80,000 a month, doesn't mean they're all $80,000 a month. And I don't mean to be critical, but I am going to start calling this stuff out, because this is exactly the kind of thinking we need to start engaging in. Like, just because Donna thinks one's worth 80,000, and now everybody's going to jump on the bandwagon that they're not affordable in the chat, we haven't even researched it. We don't even know that that's the case. So before you all get your little nickies in a drawer with this not being a possible thing, why don't you just stop the judgment and let's do the research, and let's look at the charts, and let's see what we discover. Because right now it's just chatter. It's not proof. So this is why you have to be careful. I'm just bringing it to everybody's attention, because this is the kind of stuff that goes down in true crime live chats that can be dangerous. So it's not a fact that they're all $80,000, Donna, right? It's one potential home. So let's not all just dismiss it because if Sebastian's here and everybody just assumes no, then we've not had the opportunity to find Sebastian. So I think we need to remain open until we come to a dead end that makes no sense. And we haven't got to that point yet. That's my opinion. And I feel strongly about it because I'm a creator who gets misunderstood, misquoted. Sunny has said the same thing on It's a Crime and Shame. I'm sure Jen feels the same way. We have to all be responsible. Me as a creator and you as the community. Because you guys take something and you go to another chat, and now what if Justin or Clutch and the Pearls or Betty starts to research residential homes and you guys all shut it down because of some sort of illusion that you've come to that it's not affordable? We haven't even looked yet. Come on, people, this is dangerous. It's dangerous. And that's why I had to stop the talk in the chat of opinions. Yeah, it was quoted. This is it. It's a quote. So just be careful, everybody. This is not a game. This is a live person's life. Seth Rogers, who we just finished talking about, is devastated. And I am invested, and Jen's invested, and everybody here is invested on finding this child. So let's not shut down a possibility yet. Let's do the research first.
Yeah, we just got to do the research. And any wilderness places that y'all can find, let me know. I'll compare them with the map and see, anything. I'm open to any suggestions. I'm open to any suggestions, except for what I do with my time. What I do with my time. I'm a grown ass woman. I'm going to do what the hell I want to do, and that's what. I do this. People are always asking me, why would you waste your time doing this, drawing these lines? And I'm doing a whole study because I'm a grown ass woman, and this is what I'm doing now. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm grown. I'm going to do what I want to do when I want to do it. And I'm going to look at these lines until I can't look at them anymore to find these kids. And I have done over 300 maps. The study is phenomenal. These maps work when we work them. And that's
it's okay, Donna. I don't want you to apologize. I'm just I just want to control the chat a little bit more because I feel responsible. It's my chat. I feel responsible. And so don't apologize. I don't mind if you say something. I'm just going to stop people from getting ahead of themselves and poo-pooing something we haven't even looked at yet. My battery's going to die, so let me fix my headset and let's
Yeah,
hope
we
they
do
work.
all want Sebastian found. And I think that that's those, we have to think about him not having a phone. What schools would say, hey, you can't use a phone. You can only call this parent at this time. I don't know. I don't know anything about these schools because we are just really figuring out, and we would have to know which school to even, to find out what their policies are about calling home and things like that. Because why would Sebastian, that's my biggest thing is, if Sebastian is at a school, even if he's in another country, he knows his dad's phone number. He knows his grandmother's phone number. Why would he not call? Why is he not calling Seth? Has he tried to call Seth? That's for Seth to answer. Has he tried to call him? Has he had missed calls? Has he had places that are unusually weird that's called him from different numbers, from a different, area code? That's for Seth to answer. But wow. I mean, it's possible. And I think it's also possible that he could be in some type of wilderness camp or something. There is no damn telling what they have done with Sebastian. I don't think, yeah, Jensen, it's fine. I mean, just don't, I understand that you're saying disrespectful and respectfully and stuff like that, but I do this full time for free. And if I want to take out a day and I want to go and support the people that have been busting their ass like Bullhorn Betty, if I want to go and be her support, that's my prerogative as a grown-ass woman to do what I want to do with my own time. And so I think that, is just, I just want to make sure that we're on the same page, because I'm not going to have anybody trying to fix, manage, control what I'm doing with my time. It's crazy to some people that I'm drawing lines and drawing angles and geometric angles trying to figure out where somebody could be. But, I respect their opinion on that, but I don't respect anybody that would tell me what I should do with my time. If I want to draw lines all day, I'm going to do it. Ask Jeff. Jeff will be like, God, girl, are you going to take a break? And I do, and sometimes I will definitely take a break and go and be a support for Seth, for Bullhorn Betty, or anybody that's in Tennessee, in my local community that's able to, that needs support, especially with these kids' cases.
I also want to say it's a calling. Like, it's a wacky calling, but when I pull up my astrology chart, it's right in my chart. Like,
Yeah, and the connection that we have, I mean, we do have a strong connection, and Mars is going to come over that connection Tuesday at 1:30 a.m.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Jen, we're moving on. We're going to move on.
To talk about that. I don't understand why you keep talking about that, Jensen, when we're talking about a map and where to find Sebastian. Stop worrying about me and what the fuck I do with my time. Just stop. Seriously, respectfully.
Yes. Let's get back on topic.
My time is mine, babe. My time is mine. And if I want to go sit in court all damn day for somebody I don't know, I'm not asking you for permission.
Yes, that's exactly.
Angel for you. Hey, honey. Now, let me tell you something. Angel for you has been boots on the ground. This girl, love you. Love you, love you, love you. I just said sorry. Well, I accept your apology, Jensen.
Yeah, it's just, we're not going to all agree. Like, but we don't have to all agree, but I think we all should respect each other.
Yeah, let's just be respectful.
And I think, and listen, I want to say, I wouldn't have done what Bullhorn Betty does, but I stood up for her when that was going down. I did a reading and it said she's going to deal with this for 6 months. Bullhorn Betty, I started a channel when my dad was first going through this. And then I called Crime Cabin and I did a trailer and everything. And Bullhorn Betty used to have a call-in show, and she let me and introduced my channel. Bullhorn Betty is probably the hardest worker on YouTube for Sebastian Rogers. No offense, Jen. She probably outperforms you and I on the hours she puts
I
into
don't think so.
Sebastian.
I don't think so. I
No?
don't think so.
Okay.
I'll tell
Well,
you.
she works hard. She works hard.
We all work
And
hard. How about that?
she works her ass off. And she didn't deserve what happened because it constitutionally was a bunch of bullshit. And I'm just going to say it. So whether you stand for Betty or not, it's the friggin' principle of what went down, period.
Right.
Nonstop.
And believe me, I don't agree with everything that Bullhorn Betty does, but she goes hard for these kids, and that's where I have ultimate respect for Bullhorn Betty. She goes hard for them, and she's been to court. She has been through it, going back and forth from Florida to Tennessee because somebody is scared of her little self.
Yeah. So, okay, so I'm just going to ignore the comment, Jen, because we're moving on.
Okay.
Kelly East says, I'm new to the channel, so I hope my question is all right. May I ask if anyone knows how Seth Rogers is doing? I've been praying for him and Sebastian. Jen, you want to talk about that? Because she must have just come in and you were just already saying.
I mean, Seth is, he's going through it. He's having, he's got truck problems. I mean, he's been having truck problems for months. He has spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars and it's still not working properly. There's problems with it. And I think that somebody put something in his gas. That's what I think. That's my opinion. I could be wrong. I don't know. But there has definitely been fuel problems since that day. And he's not sleeping. He could have a brain injury from that hit that he got when he went back to work. A lot of people don't want him to find his son and is making it hard for him. He's not sleeping. I mean, he is struggling bad. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we are all so invested in Sebastian's case, but the number one person that is the most invested is Seth Rogers. He is, Seth is the general of Sebastian's army.
Yeah.
And, he is not able to just move on with his life.
No, I know. Okay, I'm going to pull up one of these.
Jensen, we're doing everything that we can because we are a support team. We are a support team. There's a bunch of us that have been a support team for Seth. And some of y'all don't even know their name. You've never even seen their face. That are a big support system for Seth. He doesn't have, a bunch of family that's, going around riding motorcycles, going and, going on trips and going and, hanging out with another kid and all that stuff. I mean, his life has stopped. He still has his Christmas tree up. Still has his Christmas tree up. That Christmas tree isn't coming down until Sebastian comes home.
Still got Sebastian's presence.
Yeah, he still has Sebastian's presence on his bed. Nothing has changed in Sebastian's room. It took Seth over a year for me for anybody to even dust it. He didn't even want anybody to walk in that room.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know. Let's get back to this task at hand here. Jen, when I just decided again to just look at these houses, so I just want to go to the one that, yes, we're all praying that Sebastian's brought home. We're all praying for Seth. We used to do prayers on this channel, but I got wackadoodled with freaking YouTube for copyright, using their copyright-free music. Go figure. So I just don't trust them anymore to do that. So we used to do a lot of prayers. If I can create my own prayer music, then maybe I could do that, because we used to pray a lot for Seth and Sebastian on this channel. But I want to just look at this because this is the one that shows up on the map. And this is the one I texted you before I even saw the map, that I said, I'm really interested in Bright Horizon. But no, because I also knew the line went through it. The original line in Wasilla. But the reason this What's that, honey?
I
Like
said, yeah.
you had a line that went through here, but the reason this one's interesting is when you Google the address, it's a small, like there's a small
Yeah.
little on Google Maps, it's a small little home. It's
Yeah.
like it's a residential freaking address.
Right.
So I'm just gonna pull it up rather. I don't think we're gonna talk too long because I can't get my new earbuds. I gotta get this fixed. Like what the dang? To
Yeah,
connect
Donna,
and
if
this
you want to, Donna's asking, is there something we can help Seth with? Yeah, I mean, Seth would, anything that we can do to help Seth with the truck. If anybody knows a great mechanic that's in Clarksville, Tennessee, email him or email me, Jennifer T. Jennings at gmail.com. You can definitely, Donna, you can definitely put the link in there for his Cash App, PayPal. You
Mhm.
could donate to him to help him, with the expenses because, I mean, he's strapped. He's strapped.
Well, why
It's
don't
bad.
we do some fundraisers? Like, I don't know, I'm willing to do it. Maybe Betty would do it. I think that if Seth would come on and do a live on your channel and Betty's channel or
His
Justin's
channel.
channel or
Shoot, his
here,
channel.
whatever his channel, of course, and just do some fundraisers. I think people would support that.
Yeah, we could do it. I mean, yeah, we could. The hate channels are going to hate, but that's they're
They're
making
gonna
money
hate
over
anyways.
foot just talking shit about other creators. I mean, let's be honest here. There's
Yeah.
nothing. It's on his YouTube, Donna. It's on his YouTube. Jeff, will you? I mean, Jeff could link it, or one of the mods could. Just go onto
What?
his YouTube and here I guess I could do it. Link everybody to his channel.
Yeah. There, this
I
is
could
the
link you to his.
address. While you're doing
Yeah.
that, this is a residential community, folks. This is not you don't think somebody could hide a child in this is a house. In Canada, we have homes that are group homes and they are residential homes in residential subdivisions. That's what this is. You don't think somebody could hide a child in something like that? Damn right they could. I bet you I know realtors in Alaska, and I bet you if I message them on Facebook, I know the owner of Anchorage, Alaska, and I guarantee you they've never heard of Sebastian Rogers. I might message Kristen Cole and see if she's heard of Sebastian Rogers. I would bet that people in Alaska are not aware of this case. I'm just guessing. So,
Yeah, maybe not. And I think that would be something really good is to get people in Alaska to really start, going to different places and putting out his flyer.
Kristen Cole's a director. She's worth about 25 million. She owns the largest number of franchises in Keller Williams. And I know her, and I'm going to try to reach out and see if she's heard of it. Can she get, because realtors are great people to start spreading flyers. And so I will reach out. Whether she's an incredibly busy woman, whether she will respond to something like this when I haven't talked to her in 4 or 5 years, I don't know, but I'm going to try.
Yeah, that would be great. And I'm not able to post the link. I guess you're, if I actually post the link where people can click on it,
can you email it to me and I'll post it?
Yeah. I can email that. Yes. That's no problem. No problem.
Jensen, I can't imagine Seth's gonna give money away to Tony so when he needs it for himself, but you can ask Seth that directly because I'm not going to speak for Seth. D for me, do you ladies have any items that you would auction, like cards or pendulums, crystals? Listen, I'll do free readings. I'm about a week away from my tarot decks. I could have it ready to go in a week. I can give decks out. I can give readings. I can give coaching sessions. Money's not really great for me, but I'm willing to give out things like that if that's helpful. Absolutely.
Yes,
You
Jensen,
know?
this goes straight to Seth. It goes straight to him. It doesn't go to any, yeah, it doesn't go to Tony or anyone. Mm-mm. Or Sarah. It goes straight to him.
Okay, I'm just going to pull it up. I mean, you can see, I mean, it's PayPal, and PayPal, you know, does regulate all this. So I can't imagine. But if you're not comfortable, like everybody's got to do their own thing and get comfortable with, if I
Yeah.
had money, trust me, I'd send it to Seth. I just don't, regrettably, I don't have the money to offer, but I have my time, some skill, and and a big mouth. So I'm willing to do what I can, you know?
Right. Yeah. And I did
So,
send you both links to your email, Liane.
okay, both links for what?
The Cash App and the PayPal.
Okay, did I not pick up the
Oh
Cash
yeah,
App?
you did the PayPal. I see that. I
Yeah,
don't know if you did,
I
no, I
didn't
don't
get
see
the,
the Cash App.
no, I'm gonna pull it up now. I mean, shit, if I have to raise funds to go to Alaska, I will. Like some way, shape, or form. Um,
Well, Seth doesn't have to ask Tony for anything. So I don't know where you're getting your information, Jensen. Seth doesn't have to ask Tony for money, and it's in the Sarah's go. I mean, the GoFundMe that Sarah is in control of. They're brother and sister, so they have a good relationship when it comes to that GoFundMe. And yeah.
well, listen, anyways, again,
Well, Tony,
I
maybe
think,
Tony did say it himself. I mean, I haven't ever heard Tony say that he had to ask him for $50 from his GoFundMe, but maybe so.
yeah, Jensen, I don't mind you being in the chat, but I am gonna ask you to be more positive going forward because it's kind of bringing the chat down. Okay? You don't have to trust Seth. You don't have to trust us. You're here for free. No one's forcing you to be here. And if you're not comfortable sending money, don't. But there will be thousands of people. Yes. Thank you, Kristen. There will be thousands of people willing to support Seth. If you're not one of them, then don't be one of them. At this
Yeah.
point, I don't care. But please don't be so negative because I'm really losing my patience for this because you've kind of derailed the last half an hour of our lot. And I just like, fuck it. Okay. Like, if you don't like it, like, I'm going to boot you. So stop, fucking stop. I know you were the one that suggested it, but your man, like, well, is he going to steal it or why are you wasting time? Like, pick yourself up energetically. We are positive. We are hope here. Yeah, we can get a little negative, but we have to be strong for Seth. We have to be positive, and nobody's asking you or putting a gun to your head saying don't do anything. Let's just
No,
focus.
let's get back on the map because I mean,
Yes.
like you're saying, I mean, this is a derailing like motherfucker. Like let's
Yeah.
use the language of it.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's, enough already. Okay. So let me pull it back up, Jen. Y'all, I'm not like other lives. I control the chat because it's my channel, it's my reputation, and it's my energy. So sorry, it's not a free for all in Leanne's chat, just isn't. So everybody, let's go. Come on, Jen. Where are we going now?
Good. Okay, so turn off the addresses and the law enforcement. And I'm sorry, turn the addresses back on. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Because we're going to look at this. Okay, so now just turn on because I want to compare this. Those of you that are in the chat, we're going to compare these addresses tonight, tomorrow with the map that is going to be coming from the Texas Roadhouse. Okay, so if you want to turn on so we know that the law enforcement and the missing, we turn on the missing and the law enforcement. Let's make sure again that none of the missing, the law enforcement are going over here. So the missing isn't, law enforcement isn't. Go ahead and turn on the DA, because the DA is with us for a while, and then just kind of go back out and let's look at Juno one more time. Okay, so we're still not seeing a missing coming up here.
No.
What about the natal? What about the natal? Okay, so we do have a third outer wheel, so there's a communications here, and we have to remember that the third house is about Sebastian's communications, and it has to do with his sister, Faith. Okay, your third house in your birth chart is going to have to do with your communications, your thinking, and your siblings, your childhood friends. This is the third house, and it's in Aquarius, so it's about groups. It's about groups. So that I think that is important, because we do have a natal line that is coming there, and it is a. Let me look at Sebastian's chart again. I'm going to tell you what degree it is, and I want to tell myself that degree as well, because it matters in the grand scheme of things. Okay, so the third house is a 0024. Mars just went over that degree. Mars actually went over that degree yesterday. A lot of energy going to that degree, not in the same sign. Okay, so we don't see the DA here. We don't see the missing. And if you want to turn the missing and the natal off and the law enforcement off, now we're just going to look at the parents. I may not have drawn in all of them all up here, but I think I did. Look at the parents. Click on the parents and see. That's parents, friends. Turn them off. Parents. Okay. So that's Seth. Let's see what Seth's line says right here over those properties, those addresses. So that's the third house. The gray line is going to be Seth's line. So just click on the gray one. That's Seth. So this is the 8th house of death, rebirth, regeneration, other people's money, things that are hidden. Could be with groups, video, what's hidden. Because this is the 8th house. The 8th house isn't always about death. You can't just look at your 8th house and try to figure out how you're going to die or nothing like that. The 8th house is really your investigative house. You know, it's really, so this is important. Zoom on in. Let's see where Seth is showing up on which place. So it's not exactly going over either one of them. So we'll be looking at these properties as well tomorrow with the Texas Roadhouse. Because it's going to be different. It's going to be different. It may, I want to see lines that are really, really close with the law enforcement in the state of Tennessee. And if the state of Tennessee, wherever Sebastian is found, the state of Tennessee is going to show up right there. Right there. Right? Right. I've done it enough. I've done this enough to see that there is definitely. So why don't we turn on Kathy? I've only got 10 angles of hers in here, but
Can you?
who knows? She's went to Alaska, so she should be showing up here. And she's not. But this is from his home. Zoom out a little bit. See, let me see it. This is Aquarius. Let me see if I'm going to look at her chart and see if there is anything that we should be seeing here that I haven't drawn in yet. And she doesn't. She has no glyphs in the Aquarius. So I don't know her birth time, and that's the problem. That's the problem. She's not going anything that is going like her midheaven could be Aquarius. It could be right here. But she has attributes. When I say attributes or glyphs, I'm talking about anything that I can see that is an Aquarius. So what I'm going to have to do is look to see what fixed stars are here.
Yep.
To see it, to really see what fixed stars are going to be in that Aquarius to know if she's there or not. What fixed stars are coming up here.
Okay. Nothing. Same with Juno. Nothing, eh?
Nope.
Okay.
I mean, we've got the missing there, right by Alaska.
Yep.
We got the missing Pluto. So the missing Pluto in the second house of Aquarius, it's fated with Astria. So the justice system, the health with relationships, there's a fate here. There's a fate with a relationship here. And it's coming in the future. And it does, doesn't it? Because look at us right here. It definitely comes in the future. Pluto is transformative. Pluto rules that 8th house as well. So there is a lot of intense transformation in the future with groups when he goes missing. No matter what time he went missing, whether it was the day before, whether it was, Texas Roadhouse, whatever, Pluto is going to be coming up here in Aquarius. Yeah.
Unbelievable. Krista has a question for you.
The birth dates are you can find the birthdays on public records, but let me just tell you, the one that I have for Terry Bowersox that I started working on, it took me a couple of weeks, and then I found that he had a record, and I pulled him up on the Davidson County clerk, and I saw that his birthday was another day. So public records may not always have the exact birthday. That's the only
birth time.
They're definitely not going to have the birth time. The birth time is
which is what you're referring to that you don't have is the exact time.
Right. I don't have her exact time. So I do have her birthday. And I do have Terry Bowersock's exact birthday now because not his birth time, but his birthday.
Right.
Because not because of public records had his day 3 days prior than his actual birthday. And I found that through the county clerk with his criminal record.
Yeah. Yeah. What, before everybody goes, or before I know we're only 100 people, while we've got the people in the chat here, I just want to say, I'm going to be on Jen's channel live tomorrow at around 1 Central, or 1 Eastern, noon Central, or just look on Jen's channel. Astrological.
I'll post it tonight. I'll post the time and everything tomorrow.
And
I'll
then
put the thumbnail up. Yeah.
Right. And then I'm going to do in the afternoon, y'all, I'm doing a members live on developing your psychic abilities, your intuition. And I'm going to have to redo that Jack and Lily reading, wild. And maybe a live in the evening. So just be on the lookout while everyone's here because we got a lot going on tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you would, will you post Becky's her I want to respond to Becky. So Becky, the reason why you don't understand this map is because you probably haven't been watching me or Liane work this map. I've been working the map since the first day on my channel, and most people are not going to understand it unless you understand somewhat of astrology, but you'll have to watch my lives over and over again to really start understanding, because it's the language. It's like you can't just, start speaking Spanish. You got to learn it, right? Mm-hmm. And why would Tennessee police go to Alaska? I mean, you got to think about that and answer that question for yourself. Why would they go there? They're not going to go to Alaska. If Sebastian were to be in Alaska, that was a Homeland Security issue. That's a FBI, Secret Service, Marshal issue. But the state of Tennessee is going to show up there, and it's going to tell a story based on the state of Tennessee's birth chart, because every state, every country has a beginning. And so that beginning with Tennessee should tell a story. The state of Tennessee.
But it's also energy. Can I just add that, Jen?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely
we're not looking at on these lines. This is an energetic footprint. It's describing possible emotions, possible things, but it doesn't mean it's going to show up with the physicality of the police. It means the police in their investigation could discover Sebastian's in Alaska and then involve Homeland. Is that accurate, Jen?
That's correct.
It's an energetic blueprint. It doesn't mean that cops are going to actually have to be there. It means the energy of what's going on may lead them here.
Right. And the problem is like if you know any law enforcement officers or any captains, any sheriffs or whatnot that have worked high profile cases, they're going to tell you the same thing that I'm telling you is this: different jurisdictions, different agencies, they don't really communicate that well. That is a big problem. That's a big problem with solving cases, is that they don't communicate properly. The jurisdictions, the different jurisdictions, the different agencies, they just don't. I mean, think about it. They just don't work properly together. And some might have information that the other one doesn't know that they should know to help out with their investigation. So basically what we're doing here is we're investigating the different agencies, we're investigating the different people, and we're bringing them all together to tell a story. And where can we find them all together to tell a story that is going to find Sebastian,
Yeah, Donna was saying we should email the files to the courthouses and stuff. It's so interesting. Yeah. Jeff, Chris, that's right. Every life is a chance to learn. Exactly.
Yeah.
I know. I thought you got up. I heard you get up and leave. I thought Jeff was like, oh, there goes Liane on her rant again. I'm fucking out of here. But I see you're still around with us.
No, he's been putting the chickens up and doing the things that, we got to do. We got to put them chickens up. And I don't, like we don't know that. I don't understand, Jensen, like we don't know that.
What is that?
I don't know.
Be specific. What do you mean? What about that?
Like we don't know what. Like, I don't understand what you're saying, Jensen. Like we don't know that.
Okay.
Yeah, you just got to come in the lives. Come in the lives when I'm doing the lives and I'm talking about the astrology and I'm bouncing. I mean, if you can hang, great. If not, it's not for you and you don't have to. So, yeah, he's tending the garden and the chickens.
Thanks, Jeff. You are such a support. It's wonderful.
Why don't you look for that car? Girl, where you been? We have been. We've been talking about that. You've missed that. You'll have to go back and look at the other lives that we've done. Catch up. Catch up, honey. We've been talking about that. We're talking about Alaska, hence the thumbnail that she has. We're talking about Alaska tonight. But we have been talking about the car and where they took him.
Yeah.
That's
and
why
we're going to talk about that tomorrow because
that's why we're looking at Alaska. Can you turn on that missing line one more time? Turn on that missing. Let me just explain this missing to Becky since she wasn't in the live. No, go to the missing on Alaska. Yeah, with that. Okay, so this Pluto that is fated with Astrea, that seventh house. You know where Astrea goes to? It goes to the car residence. It goes to the car residence. Do you know who the car residence is? Let me tell you. That is the neighbor that is in back of the Proudfoots who has a ring camera going to the back that is showing lights, showing stuff. We have went over the neighbors with this map. This is the reason why we have come to Alaska.
Yeah.
Right? So we've come to Alaska because we have seen the fate that is going over that property, that is seeing the lights, seeing the the vehicles. You know, we've got the ring cameras.
Yeah.
We've been talking about this, y'all. Yeah.
And that's another pet peeve. Like, you got to stay. I can't tell you what's going on in Jack and Lily because I don't have, as far as the family stuff, because I don't have 5 hours a night to watch Sunny. I just don't have the time to give. So if you can't be here for all the lives, go watch the older ones or try to join from the beginning and you'll learn, you know, because it's taken time to learn. So yeah. Okay, Jen. We're gonna do a few more minutes, and then tomorrow I think we'll call it a night, and then tomorrow we'll try.
Golly, man, you know, and I
ignore the chat. I'm gonna leave it to the girls from now on.
Right.
I mean, I'm getting to the point where I'm gonna ignore the chat.
Becky, we're trying to find Sebastian, honey. We're not trying to talk about the pictures and stuff like that. Yeah. We've went. Maybe you want to, Becky. Maybe you want to go back over and look at the lives that we have done regarding the map here on Liane's channel.
Krista, yes, sweetie, we do. I was gonna say I'm gonna talk mods. I said this before, and it's really up to me. I'm gonna start showing up 10 minutes early on our lives, and before we go live, we'll all be backstage. What do you think? Because so we can say, just regroup and I want to keep this positive. I'm not going to run away with these sideline conversations anymore. It's annoying the piss out of me. And so it's not going to happen. It's not. And I'm getting to the point, as I was about to say, if y'all want my attention, you're going to have to put a super sticker up, or the mods are going to have to take care of it, because I'm just getting to the point where I want to focus on what I'm trying to talk about. And I'm not I'm going to rely on you beautiful women in the mods roles to just block or shut the chatter down so we can do what we're supposed to. Jesus. I don't know, y'all. Y'all have full powers, so I don't know.
Some sage, girl. I'm saying, I mean,
I'm serious. I definitely am gonna sage from the back behind screen. No shit.
This is a different kind of channel, y'all. We're not shit talking other creators, okay? We're not trying to, get in a bunch of money on, we're trying to find kids. Okay. We're trying to find kids. And, I'm using the tool of astrology and my intuition. Liane is using the tool of astrology, her intuition. And so, we are working it. And nobody, it's just, this is a different type of channel. I mean, damn. It's different.
Oh, God.
We need the holy water.
Okay. So going forward, y'all, your ladies are welcome to join Jen's live tomorrow, my mods. And
I hope that my computer will, keep going. The StreamYard with my computer is not all that great when I bring up the maps. And I really, really do hope that will be, something that's not going to be a problem tomorrow. But I'm going to try. Is that how you get started, the tool of astrology? The things that I was doing real estate, and Liane did real estate, which is really cool that she and I both have a real estate background. We were doing real estate I was doing real estate, and I moved out to the country, and I completely did a 360. I just wanted to do nothing but map. I want to find, because I could see that the things that amatterofperception.org, all the work and hard work that they had put in, I just saw that I could maybe evolve it. And I'm really nerdy and geeky, and I love shit like this. It's kind of like a metaphysical science to me. I love metaphysics. I love physics. Mm-hmm. And this is just something that I really found an interest in, and I just can't stop. And I probably work anywhere from 14 to 16 hours a day. And
Yeah.
I'm not even exaggerating. If Jeff has to get me out of the house to go riding, I have to go, I don't like to leave the house for anything. I want to do my work. And it's time consuming, but at the same time, like it's such a rewarding, it's rewarding. And I know that I'm doing it for
Well,
something greater than myself, because I've lost children.
yeah.
I know what it's like to go through that pain.
Mhm.
These parents that have missing kids, they have no closure, none. So,
Yeah.
I do it for them. I do it for these kids and for the future missing kids too, and the future fugitives as well.
Yeah. And we both volunteer with the Find Me group. So, I mean, this is a passion. Like I said, like I did do I did do a live once. I think I showed you all my not Jen's chart of my, not a professional chart done by Jen, but just for curiosity with chat. And it's like, it's in my astrology that this is what I'm supposed to do. you know, this is who I am. So
Excuse me.
anyway, so yeah, so we do it because we're passionate about it and because we want to find missing kids. So, okay, let's just, I wanted to, actually work is amazing. Oh, thank you. Well, what I find, Dee, for me in learning with Jen, I mean, we've been at this a week. I'm really learning these charts very newly. But what I love about it is like the one that you did with the lights, the like the ring cameras and all the lines, like that blows me away. But it also gives me context. I feel like it gives me structure to work with, so I can tap into these points on the line and energetically, what am I feeling?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's how, I used to call myself the Aquarian medium because I can see, when the deceased are in transit, and I can see their loved ones when their loved ones are coming to me and I'm reading them. If I'm reading your chart and you're crying about this loved one that you have lost, and then you give me that loved one's birthday and birth time, you're both in transit. You're both being in transit. You're connecting. Okay. And so we make these connections every single day, all day long, all day. Even when you're asleep, we're making connections. You have this dream about your deceased grandmother. You give me the grandmother's birth time. I mean, it's amazing what we can see when we're looking at the degrees. And a lot of astrologers are not degree focused. I'm so degree focused because I'm all about the numbers. I'm all about the numbers. The numbers in your chart are degrees, and they literally matter in the state of matter. So, and thanks y'all. Child loss is the worst. It's the absolute worst. Me and my parents were talking about it last night. I mean, it's bad. You either, fall off the wagon, or you really transform and transmute that pain into something so much greater. And that is something that I've done. I've just, I left real estate and I said, screw that. I'm tired of the rat race. I'm going to get into this. And it's very fulfilling for me to be able to read a chart to someone that is going through a lot of crazy shit. And the best part of it is the counseling that you get. When you're an astrologer, you can counsel your own self. You can help other people. But my thing is, I don't want somebody to keep coming back to me. I want them to know that they can have faith in fate, and just know that your loved ones are around. We are all connecting all the time. And people that you meet at the grocery store and you're like, oh my gosh, I just feel like I've known you, and you're talking and you're talking and you're talking. You're connecting. Those connections that are in your birth chart is probably the same in their birth chart. Liane and I have a connection in our birth chart. Sebastian and I have a connection in our birth chart. Me and Seth do. Everybody that you are connected with it's going to tell, those connections are going to tell the story of the fate with y'all. You know, it's beautiful. It really is. Like, yeah, Chris, it is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful work. I don't know where Liane went. And I'm just talking. I don't know where she went. Where'd she go? Liane she expands. She literally expands with the law enforcement. So all of her readings that the law enforcement will take can be help to them. You know, I transform the law enforcement with Pluto, and Liane expands them with Jupiter. So I think she did lose connection. Yeah, I think she did. I'm about to call her. Like, what's going on? What's going on, girl? StreamYard can be crazy. I mean, StreamYard boots me all the time. Boots me all the time. I think we do complement each other too, in a badass way. Hell yeah. I do too. I do. I mean, wait till you see the map tomorrow. I can hear you, but you're not on. I can hear you, but you're not on here. Where you? I can, but where'd you go? I'm still talking on your live. Oh, I didn't get it. Hold on. You lost. Oh my God. Can you not get back on? Girl, your live is still going. You want, let me, you can't stop it. Let me put you on speaker. Y'all, we're still in your live. We're here, but you're not.
Hang on, okay, I'm coming in. Back now. Hang on.
She had lost internet. That's what I'm talking about. So, you know, that's called a horror rate chart. When stuff like that happens, it's like, who is girl?
I'm texting you and Kitty. I got no friggin' internet and I can't even get the text out. She's like, we're on your live. I'm like, how am I going to end my live? I can't even...
I don't know how you're going to end it. Seth must be in the chat. Seth must be in the he must be in the damn trenches over here. He does that. He'll do that. His energy is so strong, just like Sebastian's. Jesus.
Shit. Anyways, about the holy water, guess whose father's a priest?
Yeah. Hey, guess what? Mine was too. Mine was a Methodist minister.
Dan. Not mine. My dad was an atheist, but Dan. So
no way.
Yeah. They're just 10 minutes from here, so if I need some holy
Girl,
water.
we need a whole 411 on Dan. Like, we've been trying to get you to talk to Dan. We need the whole information. We need all the information.
I'm just learning myself, but anyway. No, I was just laughing at the holy water. Like, I might actually be able to bring holy water. Because y'all, with the way everything's been going tonight, it might really become necessary.
That is too funny.
Okay, do we pull the chart back up, or are we calling it a night?
I think we should call it a night because I've got a lot of work to do on that new map.
Okay, so everybody, thank you for everybody that's been here, been patient. I was telling Dan earlier, technology, and I don't agree.
We need to look at your Aquarius shit.
Like, seriously, I did a whole fucking reading. Kitty's calling me. I'm out drinking with Dan. My YouTube's blowing up. Everyone's like, no volume, no sound. I had to delete the YouTube video. Fuck.
God, I love you, girl.
I swear to God. Technology, like I said, and we don't see eye to eye. I don't know what it is, but yeah.
Yes, Dan's the neighbor.
Chris.
Yeah.
came
Yeah,
in
we
late.
need the
Guess who's-
411 girl. We want
guess
all
who's
the
a
tea on
psychic?
Dan.
Guess who's a psychic, Chris? You came in late and a medium. And I showed him the picture of Jack and Lily. I should show him a picture of Sebastian.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Well, I wouldn't go that far yet, Kitty.
Yeah, and I mean, he is a neighbor, and it's kind of like, I mean, what are you going to do? Like, say you're not home, but you're home? Like, he's coming over and just not even calling, he's just showing up. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I know. And his ex-girlfriend's below. So
She's what?
The ex-girlfriend's the bompity bomp below.
Oh, wow.
I didn't bring it up. I was like, that's another conversation for another day.
Right.
Maybe 4 drinks in.
Right.
Anyways, okay, everybody, listen, thank you for hanging in there. I'm glad I got my internet back. Jesus. Maybe y'all get the picture when I was locked out trying to reach you guys going, oh, well, Jen will just run my live. Whatever. Members only tomorrow night. I'm going to be on at Jen's midday, and then I'll do another live or reading. I haven't decided yet, but members only for sure. It'll probably be what it's 5 p.m. I think Eastern. I don't know if that works for everybody. Satan's fighting herd. Yeah. Okay, everybody. So thank you for thanks, Jen, for your time, honey.
Yeah, thank you, honey. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate you letting me be a guest again tonight. And maybe my computer and everything will work good tomorrow and it'll not be a complete cluster. But, I'm going to try it out anyway and see.
Okay. Yeah. And if not, we will have a backup plan. We'll go if something happens, we can move it to mine.
We can jump on your channel. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, everybody. So check out Jen's channel. Do you want to tell them about maybe having a guest, or you're not sure?
Yeah, you're definitely going to be a guest.
Okay.
All right.
Everybody, have a good one. Thank you, everybody. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, honey.
No hiccup.
Y'all have a good night. Thank you, guys.
The astrology is also not helping. You would know better than me, Jen, but with a lot of this with Mercury retrograde, is like being cut off, no internet, miscommunication.
Mars is, Mercury retrograde, but there's a lot of crazy shit going down right now. Really. And we do have to think that we are under a full moon still.
Yeah.
The Aquarius full moon is opposing Leo. So that means it's opposing, it's been opposing Mercury, it's opposing the sun, it's opposing everything. And then we've got, the opposition with Mars and Libra. So that's a big one. That's really big.
And that's why some of the I think like the communication and the chat's been a little bit more.
I think so. Yeah.
Energy, because it's the astrology.
It is.
I don't know, y'all. Like, I couldn't sleep last night. I was up till 2:00. I did not take a melatonin. And it's because the new moon, like every full moon or a new moon, like the moon cycles affect me. It was a full moon last night. And I can't sleep on a full moon. I don't know anybody else, but I get affected, super affected. You didn't sleep either? Yeah. So, just be mindful. We're all kind of feeling the tension in the air and maybe a little more reactive. You didn't sleep either? Oh, no. I know. I love you all too, ladies. Okay, Jen, thanks for your time.
Love you guys.
Okay, see everybody tomorrow. Look at Jen's live. Bye. Love you, everybody. Good night.